Hello everyone. We have received queries saying this budget speech was one of the shortest. Does it mean that it was not a good budget, or does it mean there were no policy actions? Well, both of these are not true. This was one of the shortest budget speeches because it was very concise and brief and to the point. Secondly, budget as a policy document is getting more and less relevant as we move forward because a lot of policy decisions are now taken outside the budget. So how was the budget? That's the basic question everyone is asking. To put it in a nutshell, we believe it was a very balanced budget where, unlike the expectation that being an election year, they are going to be populist, it was not so. They decided to invest in investment, which is basically the increased CapEx investment. That is the best form of GDP multiplier. That is the best form of CapEx that is for the country. They increased that outlay by 33% to 10 lakh crores. That is the biggest takeaway for us. They were obviously tinkering with some personal income slabs to help the middle class. There were also some tinkering so that the ultra HNIs who were earning some kind of arbitrage either on real estate and some insurance products that were taken away. But for the whole of India, which is the middle class, it was a very good budget where there were some tax concessions and they have been made to think that India for the future is going to be not just consumption led but capex led, which is the way a country should go. There has been an increased outlay on road, on transport and all other forms of capex. All of this augurs well for the long-term health of the country. Now the budget being a policy document, you also have to keep in mind what happens to the income and expenditure, right? So they have again adhered to the timelines and the fiscal deficit targets that they were supposed to for this year, and even the glide path for fiscal deficit is what people expected. So on all accounts, there is no way that you're going to find too much faults with the budget simply because it was a well-balanced budget, well thought out budget, and it was for the people of the country to move forward. Having said that, markets or investments or investment styles do not change just because there was a budget. Budget is basically a kind of a document which says where we are headed. No, it is a document which says, did we do what we promised you last year in a way? And then they promise what we are going to do next year. That's the account it is giving you. So since it was balanced and almost in line with almost all expectations, there is not much change to the investment process. We are back to some of the volatility that we are seeing, which may be to do something that's going on the debt issues or something that's going on in the globe. From when we last spoke, India has seen quite a stark underperformance versus emerging markets, especially China and Hong Kong. We believe that there may be still some more underperformance to go for India, but from now on, the markets will start to become buy on declines because markets have corrected about 7-8% from the top. Even though the index has corrected only 7-8%, there are some sectors which have corrected quite a bit and they have started to offer value. And that is where we come in. We look for pockets of value where we can take big bets, and budget is something that gives us direction for that. So we have positioned our portfolios towards capex, towards manufacturing, and also just bear in mind that when capex happens, credit growth will happen, so financials. So our investment thesis has not changed much. We continue to be bullish on capex theme, on manufacturing theme, on Make in India theme, on financials, and select consumption stories. In the meantime, in the near term, markets are volatile. They are likely to be in the near term, but after this little turbulence settles down, India will be back to the growth story, back to the earnings story, and markets having time corrected or corrected 5-10% more will become a buy on dip. Thank you.